7 days before your Border Patrol interview. Day 7 is going to be for sure the reality check, right? Don't walk in there thinking you're going to just be yourself. It doesn't work that way. You cannot be yourself. You have to understand this is a performance. It's not going to be a conversation. A conversation is for what? Your civilian type interviews. This is a BP interview. Therefore, it's going to be all about the performance. Day 6, of course, is going to be, you got to understand some stories you're going to talk about. How will you respond to them? How will you understand what they're asking you? How will you understand how to deliver what you're saying to them so they say, okay, this makes sense? Because I tell you what, the edge of that is very thin. If they don't understand you, they're going to hammer you and hammer you and hammer you until you lose confidence in your own answers. Understand? You have to get that through your head, is that this is going to be about you being ready and prepared right from the minute that Zoom opens up. You have to be there and get it going. Day 5, of course, is going to be while you get it ready, right? 5 days away. Here we go. Tick, 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 tick. Okay? This is not about STAR, right? It is not about STAR. Situation, task, action, result. No. Do not bring that to the table. The R is the only part of STAR that works. That's the only part. Beginning, decision, outcomes, and why it mattered. That's what you're looking at. Beginning, decision, outcome, and why it mattered. It's not about STAR. Keep that STAR for the civilian stuff. Do not bring that into a federal interview for law enforcement, especially for Border Patrol. You're not going to make it. It doesn't work that way. You bring a STAR, you're going to see yourself as part of that 60.4% who do not pass the first time. Those are just the facts. Day 4, here we come with our breathing, okay? Day 4, think about controlling your delivery. I teach this time and time again in my coaching program. How are you going to talk? Cut out the filler words. Get rid of the weak words. What are weak words? Maybe, possibly, I'll try, maybe I can. Don't bring that into the conversation. You have to speak with objectivity, firmness, and confidence. If you do not show that during the interview process, they're going to know immediately you will not make it. Now you're thinking, well, that doesn't seem very fair. I'm a civilian. Yeah, you are a civilian. We know that for sure. Remember though, on day 7, performance, that's what it's all about. So by day 4, you are now controlling how you speak. Do not over-explain. Here we come with the babbling. Here we come with the over-explaining. Here we come with the run-on, right? We don't want to hear that. They are not interested in hearing you trying to over-explain a rather simple LEO type question in the Border Patrol realm. They're not up for that at all. Do not get into your babbling. Babbling to me means that you did not study, you're not ready, and you did not practice. So you're thinking, well, Coach Mitchell, I practiced with my very good friend here. Well, that's fine, but how does he or she even understand if you get the answers right? How do they even know if you're presenting the answer in the right way? They don't know. It doesn't matter how many times you practice. It's like having a burning house on fire and you're sending 5 cops to go put the house out. It doesn't make any sense. That's the job for the firemen, right? Same thing here. This is not about you being a civilian in an interview like this. It's a very serious interview formatted process. When that Zoom opens up, you're gonna understand. 2 people looking at you, very serious faces. They do not smile. They do not shake their head. They don't give you any emotion whatsoever. You are on your own 1,000%. You have to go in there confident, or don't go in there at all. That's just how that works, right? Number 3, 3rd day, 3 days away from your interview, right? Mission understanding. So what is a mission about BP? Do you understand some of it? Let's get down to some of it. Enforcement, huge deal. How will you enforce, and what do you enforce, and when do you enforce it, right? Judgment. Are you making sound judgment calls based upon a law enforcement understanding, based upon the BP mission? Do you understand the judgment? Restraint. Is everybody you see someone you're going to go arrest? No, it doesn't work that way, right? Restraint physically. Does everybody come in contact with have to be handcuffed? No, again, that's restraint. If you approach this sounding like a civilian, say goodbye, come back in 6 months, it's that easy. You have 2 days left now. Here comes day 2 before you go. Practice, 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 practice. This is the deal. With time and pressure, you have to understand there's going to be time and pressure, right? I don't want to hear silence in my coaching program. I teach you how to get that out of your system when you answer questions. Silence to them means you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have confidence and you are not ready. On day 2, it's all about practice. Well, here's the deal too. If you don't know who you're practicing with or how to answer a question, you're going to have a hard time. 60% fail the first time. That's just facts. I've been doing this for many years. I know this. If you want to really get a chance to pass the BP interview, get into my description down below, click into the coaching you want, get into my calendar, and I'll show you how to do this. Last day, day one, day before, right? You have to refine your answers. This is a big deal in my coaching program because so many people, when they get into my first day of my coaching program, they're lost, that's okay. But by the third or fourth time, they understand the answers come out so amazing because they're on the groove there and they're focused and they get it. We talk about tightening our delivery. Are you doing that day before? So is tomorrow's your interview? Today, are you tightening your delivery? Last one is voice control. I say to you guys all the time who are in my coaching program, you guys already know it, I call it tonality. Is your tone the same? Because they're going to hammer you, right? You got to be able to respond with an even voice, a controlled voice. Your tone must be the same because your tone in law enforcement is very important. You must sound even measured, even when under pressure when dealing with the public. You can't go high or low in your voice. It has to be maintained neutral but confident. That's how that works. Now, day before your interview, you try to cram everything in there. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it at all. No way. Day of your interview. Pause before you answer. But Coach Mitch, it's like I'm weak. No. You can take 4 to 6 seconds before you answer a question. That Zoom opens up, stay controlled. I want you to only answer what is asked. Do not go beyond that. So many of you guys go into the babble world. They're not asking you all this. Stay with the question they're asking you and stay focused. Many of my civilians go into this world over here, missing the question completely. They're going to get the big L on their review there, and they're not going to be able to keep on going the process. They'll be told to come back in 6 months. Here's the deal, guys. If you're not preparing like this, day 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're walking into an interview where you're hoping, and hope is not a strategy. If you're serious about this, get into my description down below, get into my calendar. Let's get this done right for you. Get the interview done. The interview is the second toughest part of the whole phase. The first part's the polygraph, second's always the interview. The interview has a high fail rate. If you want to pass, think about it, okay? Take care, Coach Mitch. Bye-bye.